ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Red Dead Weapons. And today, we're going to be doing the Model 38 Carcano, which in the game is sort of not accurate, because in the game it should be the Model 91, since Model 91 was the first variation of the Carcano, and was mainly used by the Italians, especially in World War I. Now, sure, there are many derivatives of this weapon design. There's one in 7mm fucking, or 6.5 Arasaka, which was a Type 1. They had some in Monlicker Schauner, I'm not good with that. They had it in 6.5 Monlicker, 6.5 Arasaka, and 8mm Mauser for some of the conversions. And the Model 38, which is the one in the game, is a 7.735 by 51mm caliber Carcano cartridge. Now, to go into detail with this gun was designed by Salvatore Carcano back in 1890 for the Italian military, because the Italian military was kinda doing shitty with its guns, because they've been using older guns in the Mahdist War, First Italo-Ethiopian War. They used it in the Boxer Rebellion and such. This gun had a very long service life, all the way up till 1981. Nearly almost 100 years after the fact. I mean, it's still in present use by other countries today still. Like, it's even been all the way used up to the Kosovo War, the Tuareg Rebellion, the Libyan Civil War. There's probably about anywhere from 2 million to 3 million of these guns built in all the variants. There's a long rifle variant, a short rifle, cavalry carbine, special troops carbine. Now, the one that should be in the game, the Model 91, weighed about 8 pounds and maybe about 6 ounces. The Moschetto version weighed 7 pounds. The Moschetto TS version weighed about 6.5. The Model 9141 weighed about 8 pounds. And the one we use in the game, the Model 91/38, aka the gun that killed JFK, weighs approximately 7.5 pounds. Now, depending on the model, if it was a Model 91, which it's supposed to be, it should be about, in terms of length, it'd be about 50 inches in length, or 1,285 millimeters. The Moschetto version, Moschetto models, were anywhere from 36 inches to 46 inches. One in this game is the Model 38, hence it is 40.1 inches in length. Sorry about that, I need to drink water when I do this. Now, the barrel length of the Carcano in the game, the Model 38, I'm pretty sure this is the variant, is 21 inches long. The Model 91 was an astounding 30 inches. That's a long ass gun. Alright, now, the Moschetto models were anywhere from 18 to 27 inches. The gun's muzzle velocity was about 700 meters a second, 2,300 feet. Effective range was about 1,100 yards or 1,000 meters. It was a 6-round integral magazine loaded with an in-block clip. They produced a Type 1 Carcano for the Japanese Empire prior to World War II, and Japanese used it to extent. This gun was also quite famously used to kill and no-scope our boy JFK. Like, the mad lad who did it, Lee Harvey Oswald. I'm not condoning this because it's a presidential assassination, but dude, I honestly think it couldn't have just been him. Okay, I don't think it could have just been him. I think there was someone else in on it. Maybe Jimmy Hoffa, or Bob Ross, or Bob Marley. I don't know. Now, the in-block charger clips this gun's magazine system uses was based off of a patent that was originally developed by Ferdinand Mannlicher of the Steyr Mannlicher rifle designs. But the actual shape and design of the Carcano clip is based off of the Model 1888 commission rifle of Germany, which was a precursor to the Gewehr 88, which is a long line of Mauser guns. Up to 1938, these guns were all chambered in 6.5 by 52 millimeter Modelo 1895 cartridge using a round-nosed metal case bullet of 160 grains that approximately 2,000 to 2,400 feet of muzzle velocity, depending on the barrel length. Now, the issue with this ammo is, on paper, this was a very solid design, but in use, this gun couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Like, sure, on paper, this gun is the definition of perfection. The Model 38 is its definition of perfection. Even God, Jesus himself, Ian McCallum said this. But because they did not properly get the proper ammo, the ammo's dimensions properly corrected, that gun, and mainly because of inconsistencies in the powder types and arsenal load at 6.5 by 52, often it's mainly because they were mixing different powder types and ammunition lots intermixed with a single clip of ammunition. It was generally avoided by the other arsenals of other nations because that would be fucked up. But the Carcano, because Italy said, fuck it, we took one ammo type in all the box, we don't care what type as long as it's the same bullet. We do that and then we get the pizza. And where the fuck Italians do with their shit? No offense, I love Italy. You make great cheese. Anyway, this practice of mixing the powder types and ammunition led to a lot of clipped rifle ammunition to be generally avoided by arsenals of other nations, as it frequently resulted in varying bullet velocities and excessive bullet dispersion on the target. Pretty much means it fucking meant that the gun would be less accurate. The shots would be less accurate. Now, sure, after reports of its inadequate performances at short and long ranges during the Italian North African campaigns, in North Africa, and in the Second Italy-Abyssinian War. Hang on, I got a dog coming in here. Sorry about that. Don't, no. Don't do that, dog. Now, info about this. Alright, so this eventually led to, in 1938, the Italian Army introduced a new model, the short rifle, which is in the game, the Model 38. This one was put in a brand new, spiffy, succulent, sexy cartridge called the 7.35 by 51 millimeter Carcano. This one was slightly larger caliber than 6.5 and was a Spitzer type bullet. You know what Spitzer is? It's fucking pointed. It's a pointed tip. It's pretty much like a derivative of a Full Metal Jacket, kinda. Be blunt. Now, this new cartridge type was filled with aluminum to produce a unstable or tumbling, like it flips over and over, projected upon impact in soft tissue, pretty much so you could fuck up whoever the fuck you're trying to kill. In this case, it was Abyssinians. Where the fuck Abyssinia is? I think that's in Aleppo? Actually, where the hell is Aleppo? But in most cases of this, if I was going to compare the 7.35 Carcano to any other bullet, I'd say a 303, which I own and I love. I love the Windows, by the way. Now, however, the Italian government, as I've read up on, was unable to successfully mass-produce the new arms in adequate quantities for the onset of the war. In 1940, all the rifles that were Model 38s and the ammunition produced for it were reverted 6.5, but no 7.35 millimeter Model 38 rifles or carbines were actually ever rebarreled to the old 6.5. So, yeah. So, in that case, there was reports of the Italian troops on the Russian front armed with 7.35 models, but then they exchanged them in 1942 for 6.5 versions of the gun. Now, approximately of the Model 38s, there was about 100,000, close to there, about 94,000 total possibly, were shipped to Finland, and they were known as Turnai carbines, whatever you want to say it, after the Royal crown or logo or seal of the Regia Fabbrica di Armi di Terni Arsenal. I can't even speak Italian. I can barely speak English. And these guns were used in the Winter War against the Soviets. Suka bliet. Also, your Mosin's a garbage rod. But, oh yeah, by the way, I glitched the scope off. I did a video on that. If y'all want to go check that out, I recommend it. And as you can see, Model 38 in this game, it's accurate. I mean, so you've got the proper front sight, yet it doesn't have any damn modules for it. Like, you can't, like, adjust the sight, which I think is kind of stupid. Like, they have the front sights on it, yet, and we can use them without scope. Make sure we don't have aim assist, but that's a little digressions. Now, to the front line troops who were issued the 38 Carcano, M38 Carcano, they didn't really like it that much because the non-standard 7.35, it was problematic because it wasn't in good quality, and the gun itself had a non-adjustable rear sight fixed for 200 meters, and that didn't really help it when you need to be able to do some precise shooting at varied ranges. Varied ranges encountered by the Finnish in the war. And the Finns then themselves modified the fixed optics on the rifle to operate from a range of 200 meters to only 150 meters. And that eventually led to the Finnish discarding those guns and stealing fucking Mosins. Because that gun had a lot of fucking ammo made for it. Because the Russians, spent on the model of a Mosin, build them cheap and shitty. Not all Mosins are shit, but most of them are. And then in 1941, and World War II was still kicking up, they made a shorter, slightly shorter version of the M91 Carcano, M41. They didn't really have any, actually a little fact, they didn't really have any true sniper versions of this gun, but a few of them were fitted with telescopic lens and issued for service. The World War II models were prototypes mainly. There were several lots of Machete M91 38 TS special troop carbines, pretty much, that were rechambered in 8.57 Mauser, or SS heavy bolt round. The modification for that entered in service in 1943 just before the Italian capitulation. There was two small batches of these guns marked in 1938 and 41, but they were not used by any of the Italian forces, blah blah blah. And then many 8mm Carcano carbines were apparently exported to Egypt, where they served as drill and training carbines, though several also bear the Israeli markings. Now, the Germans captured a lot of these. They were used by the Volks units in the late end of the war. Italy actually replaced its rifles, Carcanos, with the Lee Enfields, and then with the US 30 caliber M1 Grand, 7.62mm by the way, this 30 caliber M1 Grand, which the Italians then labeled as the M52. This gun has actually seen usage all the way up to present day. Now, this gun was used by Albania, Austria-Hungary, which doesn't exist anymore, the independent state of Croatia, wherever the fuck Croatia is, the Ethiopian Empire, Egypt, Finland, Germany, Indonesia, Italy, Kingdom of Italy, Italian Social Republic, Japan, Libya, Malta, Mali, by the Nazis, Netherlands, Persia, Chinese, Romanians, the Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, the Saudis, the Somalians, the Syrians, the Tunisians, and the United Arab Republic, which they used in 8mm rounds. Now, that's just a quick little briefing. Now, this gun is mainly known for being JFK's gun. That was used to kill JFK. And honestly, if you look at the version of JFK's gun that was used to kill him, that had a 4-time power ordnance optics on it, that one was a 6.5mm, which Oswald bought for $20, which is $155, because that's how shitty this gun is. I saw a Mosin carbine worth more than that. That gun was chambered in 30-06, which I probably should go buy. That gun has the same barrel length as the one in the game, 36 inches, because the gun itself, which Oswald used to get to shoot Kennedy, was said to be a trooper carbine, but in reality the gun was 40-inch barrel, which pretty much is this. Now, anyway, now we're going to get a look at this gun being fired. And we're going to see what an injected cartridge looks like. Alright, because I know I'm dragging on with this video. We need to get into it. But as you can see, that's the ejected cartridge. Alright. That's what it looks like coming out. That's the in-block clip kind of design. Alright, that's the ejected cartridge. Must be 6.5 Carcano. Anyway. I can just fucking, yeah, okay, yeah, you can see him load another round. Actually, I think that might be fucking empty. Like, iron sight. Hang on. Let me rapid fire this real quick and I can show y'all what the magazine clip itself looks like in case y'all are wondering. Yeah, you can see right here, he has like the, yeah, let me look at this proper. Yeah, you just put it in, like he has like a full, like you could see there, it was like an in-block magazine, pretty much. You just, like, it loads in, and then when you got it, ejects out, and then you just reload that way. But, anyway folks, that is the Model 38 Carcano rifle in Red Dead 2. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Maybe long, a little dragging, but I gave you as much in-depth coverage of what the rifle was about and what its models and what its uses were and such. Hopefully this was very educational. Please subscribe. I could use a sub. And if you do, it gives me a little bit of extra money, so I can get me some Subway, because I'm starving. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Please subscribe. And I'll be doing the next video on the I don't know. I'll do the high power pistol. The fucking new pistol in the game, the 1899 pistol. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Go like up there and peace.